Good evening, everyone. We continue our in-depth coverage tonight of a hit and run that seriously injured a Moorhead middle schooler. At 5 o'clock, we told you police found the pickup they were looking for.
And then as we were coming on the air at 6, police said they just arrested 59-year-old Jacqueline Swanson of Moorhead. Now at 10, some questions about why it took nearly 24 hours to put out a description of the pickup. Swanson is accused of hitting 12-year-old Zamir Rayford on his bike at the intersection of Highway 10 and 21st Street South about 8:30 Friday night. Police said the driver initially stopped, got out of the pickup, yelled at the young man who was riding with his friend, then drove off and did not call for help. Saturday night, police asked for the public's help to try and find the pickup. Moorhead PD said it was a fast-moving investigation, but say they will review this internally and use it as a learning tool. Detectives eventually found the pickup today at a South Moorhead apartment after detectives were able to identify it from information witnesses gave to officers at the crash site. Family advocates held a press conference outside Moorhead PD late this afternoon.
I don't see how withholding information that the public should clearly have aids the capture and the investigation of someone who has committed a heinous hit-and-run crime.
Swanson could make her first court appearance as early as tomorrow. And tonight, we're also learning more about the 6th grader, Zamir Rayford.
A close family friend says he's a great dude with a big heart. WDAY News reporter Matt Henson joins us live tonight with the challenging road ahead. Matt?
Danny and Christian, Zamir Rayford was flown to the Mayo Clinic on Saturday and has already undergone 2 surgeries and has 3 more scheduled for this week. He suffered a broken ankle, broken pelvis, and ruptured bladder. The ankle injury has likely shattered his chance of playing football this summer and fall, something his family said he had been very excited about. Darren Olness remembers it like it was yesterday.
This is the exact bottle he chose.
A glossy baby blue paint for the bike.
I said, "Are you sure?" And he said, "Yep, that's the one I want."
Olness spent weeks working with 12-year-old Zamir Rayford to refurbish this old mountain bike to Zamir's perfection.
Stripped it down. I gave him the angle grinder and then started to worry a little bit.
A bike that meant the world to Zamir.
He just loved being outside and playing with his friends. But just like every kid in America, bikes represent freedom to go further than just your block or a few blocks.
Zamir was a common guest at the Olness home in the South Moorhead neighborhood by Concordia College.
He'd come in, pop in for 20 minutes and tease me a little bit, and then he'd be off with his friends. So it was, we just kind of built that relationship over time.
There's one day 2 years ago that Olness said shows Zamir's true character.
So now he's always busting my chops about how he said, "You remember the time I saved your life?"
During lunch break one day, Olness had put a big pan on the drying rack. After he went back to work, the pan fell onto the toaster oven and turned it on. The heat from the toaster being on for so long set off the fire alarms. Zamir heard them and rushed into the house to see what was going on. He didn't find anyone. A neighbor helped call 911.
I think that speaks to him rushing in, what would be, I think, a scary situation for someone who's 11 at the time, or 10 maybe even, and hearing the alarm going off in the house, and he came in to look for me.
Tonight, Olness and his wife are praying for their young friend, hoping he's back on his bike and pedaling soon.
I just hope he gets better. Like I say, he's my friend, and I want him to get better as fast as possible.
The GoFundMe site has been set up to help Zamir's family, which includes 4 other siblings. His mother was supposed to start a new job today. We have a link to that in this story on our website, inforum.com. Reporting live, Matt Henson, WDAY News.